Olumide Ojo of Lagos Television. Like myself, I anchored the program on Radio Lagos. The name of the program is Ekpenawa, and that's everything that happens in the Ekpe division. That's what we cover on the program. In fact, at the moment, I'm supposed to be on the radio because the program is 1:30 every Thursday, between 1:30 to 2 o'clock. So, if I'm not presenting on the radio today, I'm here presenting to my fellow media personnel. Thank you very much. And the topic that my guy gave to me is evolution of the media consumption from traditional to digital media. Just a brief introduction about myself. I studied insurance from the University of Lagos. At the same time, Masters in Risk Management and Insurance, same from the University of Lagos. But by virtue of the blood that runs in me, my father was the late Ek and Professor Alaji Toyin Kawojo of blessed memory. So I took on after, even though I didn't study mass comm. But my sister there has been questioning you guys. She studied it. She just finished from Lagos to mass comm. So if she's questioning you, she knows what she's saying. So also at the same time, a civil servant at Ministry of Finance, Lagos State. So we are the one handling all your money. So you will wonder what's an insurance person doing in the media? It's because of the blood, a job in our position. The media space and the media consumption also is not, the media is not also left out. Before now, I can say media is as old as human being, because before we had the advent of the digital and the other things that we have today, the advancement we have today, there's been a way our forefathers usually handle communication, which is through the ancient ways, the town criers, the Oba or the bride that give out the information, and it goes out. The town crier goes out to announce to people that Oba so and so. And at the end of it, we ask you, and every one of us, every one of us, I'm not part of it. I was not part of it then, and they'll answer, "Oh, really?" So who has the audacity to say, "Oh, really?" When you reverse, you say, "I've before." And it's someone that echoes what the king says. How would you say? We never go wrong because he's talking on behalf of the king. So let me start with the style. It says the evolution of media consumption is deeply intertwined with rapid advancements in technology and the changing cultural landscape over centuries. From the days of the town criers, later on we have the days of the newspapers, then we move on to the radio, then to the TVs, and back to where we are today, which is the social media. Now, initially, media consumption was limited to oral tradition, like I said earlier, which is through the use of the town criers. And those days, then the only thing we had was go and say this on behalf of the king, which is usually done orally. Now, with stories and news passed down verbally across the traditions, this form of communication was fundamental in shaping collective experiences and societal views. The advent of the printing press in the 15th century marked a pivotal shift, democratizing access to information and giving rise to printed media such as books, newspapers, which became dominant source of information and entertainment. Those were the trend. From the oral communication through the town criers, led us to the 15th century where we started using the print media, talking about the newspapers and books and which every other print media space. Now, with the Industrial Revolution came the proliferation of radio and television, which began to play a significant role in people's daily lives. Radio broadcast brought real-time news and entertainment into homes, while television offered visual storytelling that captivated audience worldwide. This traditional media form created a shared cultural experience and reflected societal changes and popular sentiment. Those were the evolution, like I said, from the oral to the print and to the visuals, where you can see whatever that is happening. Now, if you look at what I have on the slide, from the beginning, we have the town crier. What do you call that? This thing this stuff that they beat. Go ahead, we stick beside it. Then later on, we move on to the radio. I'm sure some of them, most of them, did you meet this radio? I'm sure am I talking to the Gen Z generations? Then this set of televisions, I'm sure we have limited people that saw this television. Back then we call it Akoti Fedeco. It came in a shell, whereby after watching it, they close it like as if you are closing a wardrobe. Wow, it has really been revolutionary. Then, as the digital age down in the late 20th century, the internet catalyzed another major transformation during the 20th century. The rapid dissemination of information allowed for unprecedented access and interactivity, fundamentally altering how media is consumed. If you look at the way social media works now, it has totally shaped how people consume media. Back then, the media gives you what you need to hear, but this time around, you can select what you want to hear. If this one, okay, maybe probably you are the entertainment type, I don't want to listen to politics. You are free nowadays to select whatever you want to hear. But back then, I think in Lagos State, we already had Lagos Television, which was LTV. And they don't start operations until probably 8 o'clock in the morning and probably close around 12 o'clock. So back then, the only TV you can watch, and the black and white TV for that matter, is Lagos Television as far as Lagos State is concerned. Then later on, social media network can provide personalized content on demand, reshaping the landscape from limited fixed programming to an endless array of choices. These ongoing shifts not only influence individual consumption habits, but also redefines the way media is produced and distributed globally. This is all over the world, not just in Nigeria. Now, look at the evolution of the media consumption. First, we have the evolution of televisions. In 1930s, this was what we were using. What they were using. Why do I keep putting myself there? I was not born in the 1930s now. 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, still Akoti Fedeco. Then 1970, all these were black and white. 1980s, 1990s, up to year 2000, when we started having the colored television. Then from 2010, we started having the plasma, then later on the LCDs and the likes like that, up to where we have today. Now, let's look at the rise of traditional media, print, radio, and television. Now, newspapers, to start with, in particular, played a crucial role as it delivered timely news and information, offering a platform for public discourse and opinion. Even to this moment, it still offers some public opinion, but even though it is not heard by the government, if you see where they normally sell newspaper, most especially if you are familiar with K2, you see them. Some of the times early in the morning, they are arguing about newspaper headlines. Sometimes, or most times, the argument ends there because they argue and at the end of the day, everybody goes back home. Has that brought any solution?
Free readers.
Okay, free readers. Okay. Now, radio emerged as the next major. If you look at this paper, this was the paper of 1971. And I'm sure if any agency are printing this kind of paper nowadays, I'm sure by now they would have gone into extinct. And it was black and white. And I'm sure, some of us were familiar with this story of Oyenusi. If you are not familiar, I'm sure, at the moment we have, what do they call it? Odunlade, I think he has acted the storyline of Oyenusi. But the bottom line, please, the next slide, please. What I'm trying to tell us there now is the newspaper that they been used in 1970s and the likes. Now, radio emerged as the next major development in media consumption in the early 20th century. It revolutionized how people receive information by making it possible to broadcast news and entertainment instantly across large distances. Sorry, I have to be moving fast because I've been timed. It's just 15 minutes. Now, radio became a staple in household worldwide, fostering the sense of community through shared listening experiences. It democratized media consumption as listening did not regard literacy and reach audience of various social and economic backgrounds. What is this one saying? It's just for as far as radio is concerned, you don't have to be literate before you can choose what you listen to on radio. If you are not familiar with the English one, you can always move on to the Yoruba speaking TVs and radios. We have Got FM here. They have the English programs at the same time, the radio programs. In fact, you'll be surprised that most of the mamas at Aitoro, at marketplaces, they are up to date, even sometimes more than the graduate. Why? Because they listen to the one that the popular. Once they listen to Radio Lagos by 6 to probably 8, they listen to Hot FM, they listen to all of this. So by the time you are talking to them, they know what you are saying before you say it. That's one of the impactful advantages we have as far as the radio is concerned. Now, next slide. Television followed, that's after radio, television followed rapidly, becoming an influential medium by combining visual and auditory experiences. Its ability to broadcast moving images about global events into living rooms, creating more immediate connection to the world. Television captured widespread attention, influencing cultural and public opinion. Together, print, radio, and television form the pillars of traditional media. Agree with me? Print, radio, and television they are the background as far as traditional media is concerned, shaping society relationship with information and entertainment until the digital age began to redefine these experiences. Which digital age are we talking about? We're talking about the likes of the social media platform that we have nowadays. The next one, please. Now let's look at the advent of digital media, which is majorly the internet and the social media. The advent of digital media with the rise of the internet and social media platform has fundamentally transformed how people consume media. In the early days of the internet, access to information expanded exponentially as websites and online forums became accessible to global audience. Wherever you have access to internet. Even some of our children that we think that we call get inside. You think they are just inside, but where they are is more than where you keep them. This freedom from geographic constraints open up new avenues for communications and content sharing, allowing individuals to explore diverse perspectives and interests that were previously inaccessible through traditional media channels. With the advent of the digital media that we have today, some of the information that you don't have access to, you get to have access to them. If you look at those that they call them whistleblowers, most times the people they use the internet, just like my brother from Eagle FM, very dark man the other time. Assuming there was no digital media or social media platform, do you think you might have you hear it today? I don't think it will be possible because no newspaper will want to probably do what it's doing because of their integrity. Now, social media platforms significantly accelerated this shift by making information dissemination instantaneous and user-friendly, user-driven. As I'm standing right there before you, a lot of people are watching me all over the world through digital media. You have them all around. But before, it was not possible. Unless probably after a day or 2 days, that's when people can do, okay, you add a media hangout in a way. But instantaneous, as we're having the program here, people all over the world can actually join us through videos of social media, which is one of the which is one of the advantages we have as far as our social media is concerned. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram provided users with the ability to create and share content, fostering a participatory culture where anyone could voice their opinions and engage with a wide audience. You'll be amazed the level at which social media has gone today. In fact, if governors themselves are not careful, they use social media to call the attention of some of them, which in the olden days, in the earlier days, that might not be possible. This platform democratizes media production and consumption, shifting our power away from traditional media gatekeepers and empowering individuals and communities to create their own media experiences. This transformation marked the ability of access real-time news, engage in public discourse, and create personal narrative, change how individuals interact with information, narratives, and each other. Now, let's look at the impact of technology on media consumption habits. There's no way you can talk about media today without talking about technology. In fact, let me say it is the bedrock of the media we have today. I'm talking about technology is one of the bedrock of the media the media habits, the media consumption habits that we have today. If you look at the likes of the Twitter and every other social media platform that we're using, it was brought about due to the use of technology. Now, the impact of technology on media consumption habits are profound and transformative, reshaping how audience engage with content across different platforms. In the era of traditional media, consumption was largely a linear and positive experience, dictated by scheduled programming on television and radio. In fact, just like the other speakers have said, if medias don't don't come along with the flow, they might probably be left behind. Most televisions and videos too now have a social media platform whereby if you don't have access to, probably, in a point that we don't have light, so there's no way you have access to television at this time of the day. So, but through the use of our phones and technologies, wherever you are, you can watch TV on your phone, or probably listen to radio on your phone, and what I wrote about that, it's all about technology. However, with the advent of digital technology, consumers have gained unprecedented control over what, when, and how they consume media. The proliferation of the internet and mobile devices have been central to this shift, enabling on-demand access to a vast array of content anytime and anywhere. Streaming services, just like our organizers, part of their job is streaming services, whereby they go to. Our mother from Gotham also said that you can make a huge amount of money from streaming. Social media platforms and digital news outlets have revolutionized the way audience interact with media, facilitating a more personalized and interactive experience. Algorithm, just like money from GotFM as already mentioned, and data analytics have further personalized content delivery, analyzing user references to provide tailored recommendation and advertisements. Now let's compare digital versus traditional versus digital media. The evolution of media consumption, if you look at the little image you have there, how it used to be, which was in the olden days, the traditional ways, how it is today. That's comparing the traditional ways and the way it is today. Let me move on with that because of my time. With the aid of that image, I've been able to showcase how it used to be traditionally and how we have it today. If you look at all of it, it has either a laptop or a phone, which is characterized by the technology and the social media of the thing that we have today. Now, impact on media consumption. Now, what's the impact on media consumption? That's the technologies that we have today. Digital media has democratized content creation and distribution, allow individuals and organizations to reach global audience. Traditionally, with the use of our television and radio, we might not be able to reach out to the global world. But today, with the use of a small gadget, which is our phone, we can reach out to. In fact, technology has made the whole world to become a small village. Wherever you are sitting here now, people all over the world can see what we are doing. Number two is the consumers now have more control over what they watch, read, and listen to, leading to a fragmented media landscape. Like I said earlier, traditionally, the media select what they want their audience to listen to. But today, our audience themselves select what they want to listen to or their area of interest. And number three is that targeted advertising and data analytics have transformed the way brands connect to consumers, leading to more personalized marketing strategies. Social media has become a powerful tool for sharing news, opinions, experiences, shaping public discourse, and influencing societal trends. Now, we can't talk about social media or the technology without talking about the challenges and the opportunities. What are the pros and what are the cons? Number one, the shift to digital media has raised concerns about privacy, fake news, and information overload. The first two speakers have spoken about, the first speaker spoke about fake news. With the use of social media nowadays, fake news spread like wildfire. and it has caused more harm. In fact, it has not caused any good, but a lot of harms to all and sundry. Majority of traditional media outlets has faced challenges in adapting to digital age, leading to changes in business models and revenue streams. As well as earlier, even the traditional media, which are the television, the TVs, and the prints, now need to adapt to the trend. Punch now, they have their social media page. All of that, even the channels that we think of, they are the leading media outlets in Nigeria. They also have their media presence on social media. However, digital media has also created new opportunities for innovation, creativity, and collaboration across industries. And that's one of the opportunities we have as far as the social media and the technology of nowadays has done. It has created new opportunities for us. People that wake up early in the morning without having anything to do, they now become content creators all over the world. Even if it's just to be laughing on social media, some of them see it as content creating. While some of them have made a lot of money from that. The future trend in media consumption, where are we headed? That's a big question. Where are we headed as far as social media or the media consumption is concerned? The future of media consumption is poised to continue its rapid evolution as technological advancement reshape how audiences access and interact with content. As digital media becomes increasingly integrated with daily life, the demand for personalized and immersive experiences is expected to surge. In fact, it has even surged already. Artificial intelligence, just like I'm coming from GotFM, has already on that slide. And machine learning will play a pivotal role in tailoring content to individual preferences, delivering news, entertainment, and advertising that resonate with personal interest and behavior. The way at which AI is going, if you are not careful and if you don't follow the trend, a lot of individuals will lose their job. Even some media, some social media, some traditional media outlets, if they don't follow the trend, they will also be out of business. Visual and augmented reality technologies are anticipated to revolutionize media consumption further, offering immersive experiences that transcend the limitation of traditional screens. These technologies will enable users to engage with content in more interactive and engaging ways, from visual concerts and sporting events to news stories that can replace viewers at the scene. I have someone that says anytime he calls a vendor, he doesn't want to listen to Nigerian news. The vendor already knows that he doesn't want to buy the national leagues. He's only interested in sport. That's why I said nowadays, I would just select what they want to hear. The era at which we are the one that will be telling them this is what's happening in Nigeria has gone. They select, and out of everything that they have, they select what they intend to hear. Now, in conclusion, the evolution of media consumption from traditional to digital media has made a profound impact on how we access, consume, and interact with content. As technology continues to advance, the media landscape will continue to evolve, presenting both challenges and opportunities for content creators, consumers, and advertisers. Embracing digital media while addressing the challenges will be key to navigating the future of media consumption. I want to say a very big thank you to the organizers of this event. In the same vein, I would like to implore the organizers that although this is your first one, the first edition, in Ekpe, okay, we hope to have more of you in Ekpe. Don't mind those that are saying how many TVs are in Ekpe. We have a lot of online creators. Now we have GotFM. They also cover Ekpe. We have Ekpe Lawa that covers Ekpe and a whole lot of them. So we work together. And I hope you also reach out to other media too, so that we can have a large number of media outlets. Okay, thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now,